Used in those last 3 meetings, all in the space of the last 11 months. Will the 4th meeting continue in a similar vein? Time in their history, Germany just edging out the Dutch. Saw in Portugal playing the Nations League final. That's Quincy Promes in on the right-hand side.
Okay.
Most recent meeting, of course, was also Goretzka having to pull out just before the start of the Netherlands. And away we go with Germany going from left.
From Ronald Koeman, but Adrian, I think Babel being involved does say there is a dearth of the root. It's interesting to see where his nerves are today.
Talking of growth. On the new Barcelona man. With his first involvement, Memphis Depay, but that had all the
2 draw on the friendly.
Well short of the...
Similar to you at the poker table.
I thought you were going to say on the pool table, but... Ginter trying to push this forward, opening up. They go on the attack for the first time. Toni Kroos hitting it from Memphis here. Memphis Depay looking for the inside track and the shot, and Manuel Neuer forced into the first meeting. As Promes slow back, Klosterman, who's got forward and went for the finish, making it again, and the follow-up has been put in, and Germany lead early. Serge Gnabry was there to feast upon the scraps, and the Dutch defence undone. Lucas Klosterman in all sorts of space early.
Well, Ronald Koeman's asking questions right now of his right in front of the assistant referee as Virgil van Dijk looked at step ahead, but Klosterman timing his run perfectly off the back shoulder of the attacking player from Germany.
Gnabry turning on the Jets as Werner outside him. Gnabry had his fellow fullback might well have been playing tonight, were it not for injury. As De Ligt, great clearance, worked out beautifully. Kroos going for that near post. Right, Unger. In the last year or two, national team debut as well.
Yes, he did.
De Ligt against Bulgaria. Really well done to avoid the first challenge by
8 to 10 internationals.
Yeah. It's a good-looking cross with Ryan Babel trying to get on his Timo Werner on that left-hand side, trying to slip in Nico Schultz, who did well. Team that under Louis van Gaal, of course, finished 3rd in Brazil. That was their... Both these nations will provide a host city, coincided with their fabulous year last year. Perhaps not. Ronald Koeman had a big part to play in one of them. Daley Blind curling it in. Oh, it's a towering header. When they have ventured forward, Taylor have carried the far more potent threat. It was Voller and Rijkaard. His recent run of goals naturally provides. This is a good run from Memphis. Well, it's quite the spell of possession that the Dutch are putting together here, but when they
the Dutch going the other way. A better ball here or there, we may be talking about a...
Wijnaldum. Dumfries.
Behind, bad giveaway.
Yeah, they were sloppy then, and the Dutch punished them. And
well, wiping is a big part of that is when he has had shocking games or results, it's the next play, the next move.
Van Dijk won it, and the follow-up is one. It's Wijnaldum, that's clever. Promise! Van Basten, a Bergkamp. Action can he produce with the ball? He's curled that in. Follow-up shot really wasn't connected with.
A good example there, good spot from De Jong.
A sharp turn was against the Dutch. Euro 88 semi-final,
where nothing's been real clean for him going forward.
Well, he may get an opportunity now. It's fallen their way. It's a great save by Silerson to deny Marco Reus. The possession statistic is only rising. Daley Blind. Here's the cross in now, and that was more promising. The head promising angle, and that one
Just wasted.
Yeah, these Germans won. Of course, West Germany went on to win the world. Redeeming himself, perhaps, as the ball flashes across the face. And again, to try and engineer something. This time the cross is better, but...
World Cup in 14, Euros in 16, all with serious injuries.
Yeah, so many injuries. Help arriving.
Look, every time the Dutch pick up their head, Adrian, it's not only one or two German defenders. Into 15 minutes here. I mean, as close of a must-win game, but at least you got to get a...
Separating the two teams. Jogi Löw will be more than content. Still be four who will remain a mystery, and those playoffs will happen.
Northern Ireland and Germany.
Yep.
I just think there's got to be a little bit more urgency trying to break.
Now then, Marco Reus on the surge. He's allowed to go a long way. Stick to feast down that right-hand side again. Oh, it was wonderful work once again from Serge Gnabry. Maybe called into action again here. This is promising. Dumfries. Oh, he got in a tangle just as he seemed to have a clear route to goal. It's a shot from
De Ligt.
First corner. This Promes back to work again. Vinal before he could pull the trigger. And Gnabry trying to fling himself at the follow-up cross from Schultz.
Well, two plays to this that just stand out. The first one,
He is getting his first touch. Actually, it's Promes who's slipped across. And in Bundesliga 2, as Nico Schultz gets inside the area and whips it across. Good one from Memphis, and a ball that went out of the group stage. Looked good in 2008 before falling to Russia in the quarter-final. Now Blinge. Dumfries trying to keep it alive.
Is becoming a menace down this right side.
He is again. It's a good service too. The shot is on, and man.
Yep.
Not sure if he was called the wave breaker. Werner continues his run. De Roon trying to stick with him. Does so. Babel. Good-looking pass and an opportunity and an equaliser. Frankie de Jong. Cool as you like. Composure personified. Simply arrived in the perfect time, in the perfect place, and buried it.
Just so much to Pirlo. His composure in critical moments with all the pressure on the line. Good first touch, keeper coming off, just calmly put.
5 in the box for it. It's an awkward header.
Some real directness to his play. He could be a nightmare for the Dutch to defend here.
Ball down the central channel. Dutch, 2 obvious targets. And they're both converging on the ball. And Virgil van Dijk denied, but the follow-up is in. Babel was involved. It may go down as an own goal. The Dutch don't care. They've turned this game on its head.
Coming into this one, Ronald Koeman said set pieces are in.
Clever work again involving Ryan Babel, who's certainly had a familiar scoreline between these two nations. It was 2-2 major tournaments. Now then.
What a tackle that is.
Oh, he's given a penalty. Oh, the Dutch defenders are distraught, and perhaps for good reason. Nico Schultz was involved. Toni Kroos. Sends Silas in the wrong way. Germany level. And the Dutch will feel it is rough justice.
If these rivals played 4 times in the last 11 months.
Right. Here from Schultz, who won that penalty. His ball across. This is De Jong. A mazy run, a shot along the ground. Des, the Ajax right back, playing tonight for the US. Of course, he's...
And you get 10 different definitions, there's a problem.
But here come the Dutch again, looking to restore their lead, and they've done so! It's a debut goal for Donyell Malen. What a moment for him! The Dutch 3-2 in front in Hamburg. And these two giants just keep on producing the goods.
The looks of, is this Promes or Wijnaldum? That was Wijnaldum.
Yeah.
See, I just, this team is much more dangerous.
Babel. Well, Every time what you're into, and Memphis is on the move. Help arriving. Oh, and that will surely wrap up the 3 points and the famous victory for the Dutch. And it's Wijnaldum who's applied the hammer blow. What a performance by the Orangi to turn this.
The opportunity taken it with first touch, and the change in this second half has been Wijnaldum being on the front foot.
Not sure anything would have changed, although it would have been interesting
Yeah.
what they would have made of that handball.